as someone who's the daughter of a television actor, that doesn't have all the boons that you think it might have. So yeah, I've auditioned a lot. I've gotten rejected for ads. I've gotten rejected for a lot of things. But I think कि जो भी parents हैं जिन्होंने इतना काम किया है, जैसे मेरी mom, she came from nothing, next to nothing, and she worked her way up. Would it be fair if out of that she could give her daughter nothing? Then all of that work of hers is gone in vain. And with us, yes, it was a personal life issue. It was something that we had to deal with. But for me, it was never a choice. Yeah. There's only one woman and one person that I've admired holistically, and that's been my mother. And for me, she could never do no wrong then, and she can never do no wrong now.
Her first song has crossed over 350 million views, almost 350 million views, and that's what you heard it, right? Yes, it has crossed 350 million views, and we have the bona fide superstar of tomorrow joining me for a conversation only on Bollywood Bubble today, Palak Tiwari. Hello.
Thank you for having me. Finally.
Finally.
Yeah, I worked too hard for this.
I think you deserve it.
We worked too hard for this.
Yes, I think वो star-crossed interviews. I'm telling you, and I've not met you also. Even so many times I've gone to your
this connection was this, lingering somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, होता ही नहीं है कभी. And Bhavna always told me that I have done the first interview with Palak, which is true.
With my mom and I, during lockdown.
Yeah. And we went to your house and we never could see you because you were, of course, shooting and stuff.
Yeah, I was hiding in my room probably. Actually, no, I've never been in my house when you were there.
No. We have shot at 2 o'clock in the night.
I was probably sleeping.
No, you were not there because we were there from 10 o'clock.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Listen.
You were not there. But Palak, from what I've heard from your mom, that you're a go-getter, you're ambitious in life. Do you think these things have worked in your favor? Because the first song has completely established you as a potential superstar of tomorrow.
I will say, before anything else, if your main source is my mom, then that woman obviously has a lot of predilection when it comes to me. But no, I would like to agree with her, obviously. But I think what has worked in my favor more than anything else is Bijli itself, and the wonderful team जिन्होंने बिजली बनाई इतने प्यार से और इतनी मेहनत से. And I think that's what worked for me. And as much as we try to deny it, it is luck,
true.
Here. I was lucky that I got Bijli, and I was lucky that they chose me and they thought me worthy. And I think that's what's worked.
For the longest time before Bijli, we have heard stories about you debuting. There were also talks about, I had heard this, that you were going to play Prerna also in Kasauti.
Yeah, even I've heard these. And I've never known where they've come from, but even I've heard these. And मुझे सुन के बहुत मजा भी आया था, but then उधर ही हो गया.
But did you always want to become an actor? Did you, क्या होता है, मैंने देखा है कि whenever you grow up watching your parents do something, you invariably are aligned to that line. Like my brother is a civil engineer because my father is a civil engineer. He's worked with my father since he was a child. I didn't have that, of course, but
I mean, glad na, yeah.
Thank God.
But no, with me, as much as my mom wants to believe it's because of her, I didn't even know my mom was an actor for the longest time, actually, because I thought that everyone's mom comes on screen like that.
What?
Yeah. So in my head, I thought कि हर किसी की मम्मी ऐसे साड़ी पहन के आती है. And I used to ask my friends also, तुम्हारी मम्मी कितने बजे आ रही है? So I'll go watch, support. But I have wanted to be an actor ever since I didn't even know what the job is. मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि करना क्या होता है. मुझे बस पता था कि people dance, they're looking very pretty and very nice, and I just wanted to be that. I was like, whatever this girl is doing, she's got it right, and I want to be this girl.
And how did you put everything in place? Did you face rejections in the beginning?
Of course I did. People don't like to hear it from me because I know, we have like this notion that anyone that's related to someone that's made it is privileged. And I won't deny that maybe the privilege is there in certain areas, but I've auditioned a lot in my life. And as someone who's the daughter of a television actor, that doesn't have all the boons that you think it might have. So yeah, I've auditioned a lot. I've gotten rejected for ads. I've gotten rejected for a lot of things. Like there was a point in my life, I think from 2016 to 2018, I was auditioning almost every single day in Lokhandwala. Every single day. I used to stand in that line and I used to give the audition, my intro and all. Kuch nahi hua, and I think during that process, I got my first ever ad, which I think is still on my Instagram. It was for a brand, a telecom company in London. and that's how I got my first ad, and from there things kind of started. But no, I truly know what people mean when they are talking about into some capacity, obviously not as severely, but I have experienced it, and I know how rude some casting directors can be.
To you?
No, मेरे साथ तो नहीं हुआ, but I used to see कि कोई आता था and it's like you don't fit, and I used to think, how can they do that? You've not auditioned that person, how do you know they don't fit?
True.
So yeah, no, फिर ये सब हुआ, and then I grew up. I think what I was missing was like a mature face. So then things started falling in place.
But Palak, that is true. When you are related to somebody, eventually expectations are also high, stakes are also higher, and no matter what you do, people will always overlook your journey, a part of your journey for sure. Like that's going to happen, right? Are you prepared for it? Did it ever bother you? Because there are so many actors who are good, but they still are targeted because of their surnames, because of who they are related to in the industry. That happens constantly.
I feel like we in this industry we believe that outsiders are marginalized, and I think to a sense that could be that is true. Maybe sometimes they are overlooked, but there are equal cons, I would say, of being related to someone that's made it. More than anything else, I think just the pressure of living up to what they have created and the love that audiences have for them. Like, I know no matter what I do, people will always think, oh, your mom is better. And that is something that I've never refuted in my life, and I will never refute it, because she is better. I'm a part of her. I'm a much smaller part of her. So for me to grow to where she is, it'll take me a lot of time. But also मेरी mom की life में बहुत संघर्ष थे, बहुत ही ज़्यादा छोटी age में. And one thing that I would just like to put out there, people may accept it, they may not, but I think कि जो भी parents हैं जिन्होंने इतना काम किया है, जैसे मेरी mom, she came from nothing, next to nothing, and she worked her way up. Would it be fair if out of that she could give her daughter nothing? Then all of that work of hers is gone in vain.
True.
Your parents do this so that they can make a more comfortable life for their children.
And it's animal instinct, no? To help your...
Yeah, to protect and to provide. And my parent has done that. So many of these parents have done that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you think you're shaming the child, but you're shaming the parent. Because they have worked so hard. And, they've worked, and it is, उनका हक बनता है कि वो अपने बच्चों को थोड़ा provide करें. It's you can't take that away from them.
And absolutely, because I've spoken to your mother so many times, and I have the immense privilege to call her a friend, and I will tell you this.
No, she adores you, honestly.
I know. But I have to tell you that, like you said, उनके life में बहुत उतार चढ़ाव रहे हैं, and she has been this brave. I always call her that and tell her that you are this one brave woman. You're a consort battleship in your own right, like a single-handed. But one thing that she also maintains, and she's maintained in my interviews at least, that you have stood by her through all those ups and major downs, and still do. As a child, especially, was it ever difficult? Because as a child, you suddenly have to mature a lot quicker than your other friends to understand what is happening around you.
It was never difficult, because the way I've seen it, there are people that have things much worse. That have actual issues in their lives. And with us, yes, it was a personal life issue. It was something that we had to deal with. But for me, it was never a choice. Yeah. There's only one woman and one person that I've admired holistically, and that's been my mother. And for me, she could never do no wrong then, and she can never do no wrong now. And so when she tells me, Labu, we are doing this, okay, I don't mind. For me, probably to stick by someone that blindly might be, I might have my apprehension about it, not with my mother. Yeah. Because I know she can never do no wrong, and I know she will always put her family first. And that is not a feeling that a lot of even kids get out of their family members, and I'm so lucky that I know that my mother has always prioritized her children, and she will always prioritize us. She'll prioritize the well-being of my grandparents and our family's well-being overall, and that's why I've never had a hard time supporting her.
Yeah, she's a tigress who will protect her cubs. True. What may, and that is something that that everybody knows by now, to be very honest. She's extremely happy with what has happened to Bijli, and I think she celebrated it, and everybody celebrated it. Finally, I'll ask you this, that today when you are starting off, it's a new chapter. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you want to do for your mom? Which there are wish lists, right? That ye main karungi.
So my mother is a very, very, very simple individual, very simplistic, doesn't like exorbitant expenditure, doesn't want to, pay too much. She thinks कि नहीं ये पैसा बचा के I'll buy something for Riyansh, ये पैसा बचा के I'll buy something for Lavu. Lavu वैसे भी इतनी खर्चीली है. This that.
मेकअप पे 2-2 लाख रुपए खर्चा
That
करती
is
है.
nonsense. Okay, she's really inflated that number. Nonsense. I swear. I was so mad. I was like, what are you going around like, doing all this? But no, I feel like, and not just my mother. I have a whole family that I want to provide for. My brother, my mother takes a lot of stress. My Nana is getting old now. My Nani is getting old now. Medical bills are so expensive. I want to provide for all of that. I want to take away all of my mother's stress and take it on my own back, because she shielded me from so much negativity that the world has to offer, and I want to be the same for her. And I know she will never accept it. She's like, "Tu kya mujhe protect karegi, tingi?" But no, eventually in life, that's what I choose. That's what I want to do. That is my ultimate goal, to have enough financial stability that my mother never has to look at the price tag of something and be like, "Bahut mehenga." And she can just pick it up.
How sweet. I'm pretty sure you will be able to do it. And
Really
I know,
so.
I'm not just pretty sure, I'm sure that you'll be, have that faith and belief in you. And I also want to take this moment to say this, that a lot of people, again, बोलेंगे लोग, मुझे judge करेंगे, चलो bias बोल दो, मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But it is a fact that Shweta Tiwari is one person who has raised you really well. And of course, Riyansh also. He's too cute. I've met him though.
He's a brat, but
he's a brat. Yeah.
Don't expect his interviews to look like this. Yeah.
बड़ा हो जाएगा बेचारा तब तक
Nonsense. I've told my mother, you got lucky once, now you wait. Because this one is a total brat. I think we have like 2 cars, right? So we have one a little more expensive one and one a little, like one a family car, SUV. So he's like, I'm going in that one, the expensive one, you all see. Because that is my car. And I'm like, what nonsense? How does he know? He's a brat. आज के बच्चे. God.
You are also one of them only. आज के बच्चे. You almost 10 years. There's a 10-year age gap.
What are you saying?
How old are you?
I think I should ask this on.
How old
are you, Nayan?
How old do you think I am?
How old are you, Nayan? You look young, yeah? You look 26.
I'm going to turn 30 next month.
OMG! Nayan? Shit! You look like a baby.
Oh, it's okay. Thank God. I have more longevity now. Thanks.
My God, no. But my age, everyone knows. I'm 21.
Yeah. So I said almost 10 years.
Yeah, that's accurate. मुझे लगा कि what is he like?
But I'm very happy with whatever is happening in your life. And like I said, that I hope that whatever you dream and desire for, you get. Because it will not just be your dream. I think it will also be your mother's dream that will get fulfilled at the same time. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Bollywood Bubble.